Hey guys, I just wanted to show y'all a little bit of my hearse. Let me get angled a little bit differently so y'all can actually see it. But it's a 1982 Cadillac, basically a Fleetwood, but it's got the hood is bad on it right there, and it gets bent up. We've got to replace the hood, but that's about, and a little bit of Bondo in the back, but need to replace those pieces as well. But all the lights and everything work except for the interior lights. The windows and everything work. No coffin, sadly, but I do have the locks that go to it, and the key for the coffin is inside of one of the compartments down underneath here. But it's got the, where'd the water drop? Interesting. It's got just about everything. I'd like to see how to get those lights working. Those look like they'd be interesting. And there's lights inside of here that, down inside of those compartments, that don't work either. But even the little side lights on the outside work. And got a parking pass on it now for college. But it's got, what would you call that? Pumpkin color? Oh look, there was a water droplet. That's right. Wonder where that came from. Oh well. It's a pretty nice old hearse for how it was found. It's been sitting for about 8 years over at a friend's house. I've known him for about 4 or 5 of those, and I've seen it the entire time I've gone over to his house, and I've always been like, dude, I want that. And one day I did some auto mechanic work for his dad, and he said that he'd take $400 for it for the work, and I was like, alright, and paid him, and now I own it. But it runs and drives brand new. I put a set of aftermarket gauges in it just because I wanted a temperature gauge, because all we have is stop engine temp and coolant temp, and coolant temp doesn't even come on when you turn the key on. That's something I'd like to fix, is that none of the lights come on whenever you turn the key on. Fuel gauge works. It's got no gas in it right now, but it's got enough to start it, I imagine. It's a sweet running machine. One second, I gotta see y'all down. There we are. It's got the 368 V8. Actually, I don't think that's right. Anyway, it says 6 liter. It's a 368, yeah, 368 cubic inch. I have not fixed the air conditioning on it yet. That is one of the next step. I have some of the stuff to convert it over from 12 to 134A. I have a leak in my brakes on my back cylinder, and it's starting to idle down now, starting to warm up. But it's a sweet running machine. It's got the GM one-wire alternator, so you got to rev it up before the alternator will start charging. If anyone knows how to adjust that to make it come on at a lower RPM, that'd be great, because you got to really get it going before the alternator comes on. But now the alternator's on, and it's idled all the way down too. Once the EGR kicks off on this thing, it runs quiet as can be. If anyone knows how to hook up a oil gauge, a mechanical oil gauge, to one of these motors, I'd like to know. It's a 6-liter 368, like I've said. A little bit of smoke from back there. Interesting. Idled up for some reason. Well, that is the Hearse. Great running little car. I'd like to know what's smoking over here, though. Alright, well, I'll investigate this and let y'all know. Y'all have a nice day. Bye.